Are we going to do the outro?
No, we can just.
No.
No, I wouldn't.
We're going to see you guys next time. Cut. Spoilers.
Fade
So we're going
in.
to talk about Far Cry 5. Both of these guys have beaten the game. I have watched the ending because I'm not going to be playing it. Let's just be real. I saw enough of the gameplay. It seems cool. I saw the ending. Seems all right. Now we're going to talk about it. Spoilers from here on out. Don't watch further if you don't want to see the spoilers.
And you've been warned. Okay. So who do you
Take
want
it
to start
away.
first, Matt, or do you want me to start first? What do you want?
I will start first because I didn't hate the ending. At first, I'll be honest, when it happened, when you, like the nukes goes off and I didn't know about the Korean bombing and stuff like that, I was like, this is odd. And then I'm like, well, hopefully we make it out of here. And then you do the epic drive or whatever. They should have picked like a cool song, but you didn't have a good song. Should have Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac.
That's a good song.
Nope.
It would have made sense.
Barely. Have a fucking country song playing while you're running away from nukes.
Okay, it's not a country
Fleetwood
song.
Mac is not. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I can't believe you just
let
let
it go.
Jazz.
Let it go,
Jazz.
Matt. Just let him. Okay, he's making it worse. He's doing it on purpose, though.
Metal?
Metal.
Metal? I'm so confused.
So yeah, you're doing that epic drive, and then it turns out that all your friends die in the car crash, and then Joseph Smith is it Smith? Seed.
Smith.
Joseph Smith is the Mormon
Completely
guy.
different guy.
Yeah.
My
Pulls
bad.
out his hat. He's got a sea in stones.
Oh, wow. This says you're coming with me, motherfucker.
And then you get whisked off into Dutch's bunker to, I guess, live with Joseph Seed until the fallout ends.
Yeah, basically you're just in the Winchester until this all blows over.
Which, with Dutch presumably dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you see his body. Yeah, so to give a bit more explanation on how the ending comes about, there is a last scene where...
Oh, yeah, you get to pick between the two
Yeah,
endings.
yeah, you pick between two endings, whether or not you decide to resist and stay, even though you've totally been just, like, captured and held there, or he gives you the option of walking away and just leaving him alone and just getting out and saying, you know what, fuck it, or we're just going to leave the fucking county. And so that's the
Yeah.
ending in which you decide to resist.
And you have like this big epic showdown, and you have to shoot your friends, but then you bring them back, and it's like, oh, camaraderie, and then it all goes to shit. Anyways, my main point is, at first I was like, I didn't like it because I was like, this is totally out of left field. Doesn't make any sense. Is he really like? Is it really like? Did he call this? Like he put it all on black and fucking won. But you read like I read more into it about the how throughout the whole game you can hear snippets of news and stuff like that, and they'll give you like little like, oh, North Korea and the UN and stuff like that, they're having talks broke down, blah blah blah, and like all this other lore stuff that they don't tell you up front at all, which is
Kinda
cool.
cool.
Because it's not the main part of the game.
It soon becomes the main part of the game.
Yeah. So after I read all that, I was like, yeah, that ending's kind of cool. I kind of like it that the bad guy kind of won.
Yeah, I don't know if he. I mean, I guess he was right. I don't know if he won. I don't think anybody wins. I don't
Well,
know.
he's captured you.
Well,
he's-
yeah, but like, like
Everyone
it's
else
not-
he
I
knows
don't
is
think
dead
he's-
too, though.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's excited that the nuclear apocalypse happened. He just knew that it was going to happen and that he was right.
Yeah, the impression that I got from how it ended and the way that he was talking about it, it was like I mean, basically he's been working up to this the whole time, right? He's trying to get together his people because he knows that something's going to happen, some shit's going to go down. Although when they do it in Dark Souls, it's considered a shit way to do a story, but when it's in a game Matt plays, it's all of a sudden it's cool. And it's Coulter.
When have I ever dissed on Dark Souls story?
You know, you were talking about how you have to read like the item descriptions and stuff like that to get the lore.
Oh, that is dumb.
Unsubscribed, unfollowed, drops mic. I'm out. Okay, thanks,
Oh,
Coulter.
shit.
But the impression that I got was that he was building up for this whole thing. He knew that something was going to happen. He wanted to be prepared and have like a militia force with him until the end. And then you come along and fuck all that up, and now it's just you two, and fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like he also like knew that you're supposed to come and do all this shit, like he's prophesized it or whatever. But
Some prophecies are bad, some prophecies are good.
yeah. For me, I enjoyed Far Cry 5. The game, like gameplay is fine. It's cool. Arcade mode is great. Really like the game. Story kind of sucks, and only like the main story only sucks because I really hate how they just use the bliss for literally anything that doesn't make sense. It's like, oh, we use the bliss to help people out with their diseases and stuff. Oh, that's also, you can also like become a meth head off of it. Also, you can be trained to become a super killer on it. We use it to train wolves to become super wolves. Also, we use it to train moose into super moose.
Oh, well, that's the same strain.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was just really weird. There was a random judge moose you had to fight. I just thought it was odd. That's all.
You know, I didn't play the game, so which is actually great. I like this because it's like it's almost like an interview. I can ask questions, you guys can explain things. Did they describe it as being different strains of the same stuff, or is it just literally the same drug?
It's not the same drug. They use it for different purposes. So it can be used for a multitude of things, just like what's his face said.
So it's the same. Everyone's using the same.
And most of it was mainly used for brainwashing. Faith used it for brainwashing. John used it for brainwashing. And military guy used it for brainwashing.
But it's also like different kinds of brainwashing, though.
Yeah, but
like literally like
I think that just the bliss is the brainwashing drug. How they choose to brainwash is literally personal preference.
Yeah, but what about like the healing people thing?
I didn't see any of that.
Maybe I misread something, but
did they brainwash the moose?
Yeah, they use it to brainwash. Yeah. I think the moose actually got into a batch of it. I think that's how it becomes a judge moose, if I remember correctly. But it's just like it didn't seem consistent, and like it just seemed like kind of lazy with the fact I get like Far Cry 3, you had like that one weird moment where you fight the bad guy at the end, like all like crazy ritual shit going on, hallucinogenics and stuff, whatever. That was cool the one time that it happened. When you use it literally for every other, not even every other, like after John?
Yeah.
After John?
Yes Man or whatever.
Yeah, Yes Man had like a really cool thing going on, like, oh, I'm gonna write your sin with I'm gonna tattoo your sin on your skin, rip it off, and then staple it to a wall so you can see it. Where everybody else is like, I brainwash people, or I brainwash people to do other stuff.
Yeah, that does seem a little bit like they could have gone a bit further with the other people and make it more interesting than just having essentially like a very similar situation every time that you fight a boss.
Yeah.
Or you know, come up against a new area.
Yeah, it just seemed kind of lazy and like it just kind of like, oh, you did this happen and now you're in another field or whatever. Which
okay, that was cool, always weird.
Yeah, no, I never enjoyed it. I never liked it because it was like, okay, so and
they had me captured and now I'm safe again.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Also was weird. They just let you go.
Why? I was talking about like the John stuff, or not John, Jacob, the military boy.
Yeah, after you do his trials or whatever.
Yeah, like literally, like the first two you do is like, okay, you're captured. We're gonna teach you how to do this. Oh, it's not real. Okay. Second one, oh, you're doing it again. There's more stuff to it though this time. Oh boy. Oh, but it's not real. Now you're in the field again. And third time you're doing it. Okay, you're shooting a bunch of people. The last guy you killed.
These guys are not disappearing. I noticed that they weren't disappearing when they were real.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
that's a nice little touch.
Yeah, when you're killing the real people, they don't disappear.
So it is implied on the third one that you actually killed more than just the bow guy. Okay,
you cleaned out that whole thing. About after you fall down the chute or whatever, and then you go through like a door or whatever, then they stop disappearing. And I told Spencer that too. I'm like, these guys aren't disappearing.
I didn't put it together at the time, I guess.
So I didn't notice that. I guess I was too busy trying to beat the trial. I'm like, oh god, oh shit, oh Jesus.
I had tons of time.
Yeah, Matt was like walking through and like one tapping everybody. It was actually kind of cool. Which is crazy because Matt wasn't doing that as effectively in the other parts of the game, but in the trial, it's like it was a totally different world for Matt. He was just like, he's like aimbotting him.
I'm going to go on record here saying that I am bad at video games, and I usually play them in easy mode. But I did beat End of Zoe on normal mode, so I'm...
Ooh, step up.
I mean, if there's ever a game that you're going to be beating on normal mode, it's going to be a Resident Evil game, I guess, right?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Spend
No, I'm saying
Because
like
you
'em.
really like them.
Nah, I'm just saying shit.
Oh, whoa, dude, okay. So what did you guys think of the second ending?
It was also really stupid.
I haven't gotten to my thoughts on the first ending, but
Yeah,
the
oh,
second
yeah,
ending.
yeah.
Sorry. Continue.
You're fine. I will say, second inning's essentially like, oh, you killed everybody. Essentially, that's what happened. Cool.
Implied heavily.
Yeah. For the resist ending, I don't think it's a bad ending. I don't really enjoy it, but I think they could have done it better in the sense that in the game, you're running around, you're shooting people, your companions are always talking unless you somehow have the two animals, which even then they're still constantly barking or growling.
The fucking companions are so fucking useless. They're the worst.
I mean, I thought they were okay for the most part, but I had Team Bear Dog the entire time, and usually a bear and the dog can take out a camp.
That's what I ended up with, because the humans are worthless. The panther was worthless. I only kept Boomer around because he marked people for me.
Yeah, he was pretty handy.
Thanks, Boomer.
Yeah, the most useful humans, I would say, would be Nick when you didn't have access to helicopters and stuff early in the game, so he could like do air support, or the bow woman, since she actually has a bow. And if you can figure out how to do it right, she can be sneaky, but it's kind of weird. But anyway, so basically, the entire game, either you're listening to music or you're just shooting a bunch of shit, or people are like talking your fucking ear off.
Mm-hmm.
So it would make more sense to me, instead of having it on the radio, which you would barely hear, especially if like after later on, once you have access to helicopters and stuff.
You get no radio.
You get no radio. If like maybe in the occasional cutscene, like you're just chilling at a base and like you just hear like a snippet of the news on the radio saying like, oh, discussions in North Korea are not going so good.
Yeah, every time you take an outpost, it would have been nice to have some radio chatter.
That would have been a great time to do that.
Because all they're doing is they're stupid, oh, we're rebuilding our home. We're like, I don't give a shit about this. Let me skip this. You can't skip it. BT dubs.
Yeah.
But it would have been nice to have, like, keep you engaged is to have those radio broadcasts there.
Yeah, like literally in the cinematics of the game, not like in background noise of there's a bunch of shit going on constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So then that would be okay. Like then I could be like, okay, I see this actually build up to something. But like you said, you had to go on and like online and actually like read.
Yeah, because I helicopter to the motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Same here, because it's on a fucking island that you can't drive to except for if you want to ride on the bridge. But fuck that.
Yeah, how are you supposed to fucking hear the radio chatter to let you know about the nukes?
I think they definitely created that situation themselves, because it becomes obvious real quick that it's just so much more efficient to just helicopter everywhere.
Yeah. In the next Far Cry, I'd like to see no helicopters. Or a better system. I don't know. The whole helicopter thing was weird because like it wouldn't unlock the map for you. So if you flew
over
shit,
apparently you weren't taking notes.
Yeah, you weren't taking notes. It wouldn't unlock the map.
That.
Which I was like, that's. I know why they're doing it. They want you to
complete objectives.
Yeah, well, they want you to drive there or whatever,
and
not just fly and unlock the whole map. But like, so
why would you?
Because I'm just gonna fly there because you gave me a marker to go there anyways, or I'm gonna fast travel to the nearest settlement that I have, and then fly from there.
And even then, sometimes it's still like 1,000 meters away because you might not have all the settlements unlocked. It's like, should I drive through forest and do that, or should I fly helicopter? I fly helicopter.
Like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and plus everybody's fucking shooting you and attacking you. You have to have a helicopter. You can't drive. You can't drive.
there's no peace and quiet when you're driving.
No, because you drive past, you could be in one of these motherfuckers with the same car as them. All right? You're like, and you're going 60, boom, and then those motherfuckers will be like, oh shit, that's the guy.
Get the ATV.
Yeah, and then they'll turn around and you're like, how did you know it was me? I went like this when I was. I don't know.
Just do that.
I was in your truck.
Yeah.
That was really stupid.
No, wait, there's not a truck scheduled to be in this part of the road. That can't be one of ours.
Exactly. I
That's
think we
kind of a
talked about it
problem.
before, like the whole Spencer. You mentioned like a beard thing. Like, oh, he doesn't have the right kind of beard. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because the difference.
Yeah, they could have definitely like for that. Like, if you were driving one of their trucks, like either like double the awareness time, or at least not at all. Like, oh,
Or it just seems like an opportunity to make it where you can have a bit more of that, because like it seems like stealth was like kind of half tried in that game.
Yeah,
like
this is the
you could have
worst.
tried to put on like a disguise and be like, okay, I'm going to try to infiltrate. That would have been
Yeah,
cool.
this is the worst Far Cry the stealth implementation that I played.
yeah,
Like you can't. It's really difficult to take out bases without anybody noticing, and this is like, you can't, like, because I was using the 50 cal sniper, and that has bullet piercing or whatever, and if a bullet goes through another motherfucker and hits a wall, they're like, shit.
shit.
Oh, and then they go right to you. You're like, yeah, I know, like, you probably saw like a muzzle flash, but you only heard the bullet. You didn't know where it came from.
Yeah, especially if you're like looking in the exact opposite direction on the other side of the map.
Yeah, that was one of the
You
great
can't
things
just
too.
run up
is-
to me.
Yeah, it seemed like sometimes they would even run towards you.
Oh yeah, no,
But-
that's what I'm talking about. They would always run towards you.
Well, I had a button there, Matt.
Okay, sorry. Just
But-
being clear.
They wouldn't have like revealed you yet or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like they know where you're at immediately, just automatically. They know where you're at. They're gonna run towards you. But like Matt was behind a huge rock and was looking at the silhouette of people running towards him, but they hadn't been like alerted to him yet. But they were alerted because of the shooting. Like,
Yeah.
why are they even running towards you in the first place?
Yeah, and this is it was all suppied out, suppressed, or even with the bow, it's the same shit.
Yeah. Matt sniped some guy and didn't hit anything around him, just killed somebody. And then someone else farther down the way was like, somebody was shot. And I'm like, how is that even possible? I remember making a comment. I'm like, oh, I guess it's not that suppressed or something, because they just seem to just know that it happened.
Mm-hmm. The AI is super wonky.
And they have missions where you have to be stealthy or like people will die. But that doesn't matter because you can just fucking murder all of them as like super quick, and they don't like I don't think Matt like lost a single person he had to save or whatever.
No, none of those like
Oh, the hostage things. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole hostage thing. Like, oh yeah, how are you gonna have a kind of a shitty stealth system, and then also have like hostage stuff? Like, how are you supposed to be stealthy? Matt had to tell his bear and Boomer to stay so he could go in.
Yeah, because they'll alert them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get too close, the bear's like, motherfucker, I'm
Yeah,
going.
the panther's like, oh, I'm super stealthy. Bitch, you alerted them more than anybody else. Peaches, all right, get
just
off your
alert them
fucking
quicker.
high horse. You're the worst animal companion I've ever seen. The worst.
It doesn't quite make sense if like your animal companions go in there and start killing them, because they should, like, they have random bear attacks, so it wouldn't be weird for a bear to just run in there and start killing people.
Well, they weren't even. So I would try to get far into the camp first, but like even if they see the companion or your companions or whatever, they light up and start sounding the alarms.
But
Yeah.
it's weird because I think they
And
send the
it's-
alarms just for the companions, but it still kind of counts for you. They just
They call
it's stri-
reinforcements.
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
call reinforcements.
same.
Yeah.
There's a rabid dog here. We need more people.
And
God,
most
this
games
dog-
kind of give you the leeway to be like,
Oh,
yeah, your companions are just invisible,
yeah.
Yeah.
especially animal ones.
I would have preferred, and I'm not even the one playing the game, but it just makes sense to me that you would have some kind of system where you have like a basic set of commands you could give them, so that you could prevent those types of situations.
Well, you can command them, but it's like,
We'll command them to be like, yo, be stealthy. Okay, so basically just take World of Warcraft's system. You got passive, you got aggressive, and you have defensive, right? Defensive, they only attack if you get attacked. Passive means they don't do shit no matter what. And aggressive is like as soon as they see someone, they attack. Put those motherfuckers on passive and then run through, and they'll just be stealthy with you. Like, why doesn't that happen?
And I think they just have stay and go, and like go is like a double feature where you can like highlight it to a
highlight
specific
the
point
enemy.
or a specific enemy.
It just seems kind of like, and why can't you do that with your human companions?
You can do that.
Well, I'm talking about telling them to be stealthy. Don't shoot at anybody. Why can't you tell them
Again,
not to
more
shoot
complex command. Gotcha.
people? Yeah, it's crazy because even you were talking about how you had to finagle the bow girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could be stealthy, but you had to be kind of weird about it. I remember the mission where you get her, because I watched that one, but I think after watching Matt play that, he went on and beat the game. But she just initiates as soon as you enter the area. She's like, all right, it's time to go. And she just runs up and starts attacking people.
Yeah,
While at the same time telling you that you got to be stealthy.
I think what I did for her is like I have her like specifically attack a person like on the outside and like kind of pick her way through that and then make her stay there.
Give her a job and then go and do your thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Like just attack the guy on the outpost. Okay, attack the other one. Okay, now go fuck off somewhere so you don't like kill everybody and alert the whole town.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean that's the only way I made her useful. But other than that, like I really do enjoy the like gameplay of it. It's just the story mode is like the story of it is just like you could have done a bit better.
Well, and again, I read a lot of theories and stuff like that, and that make a lot of sense when it comes to like the seeds or whatever represent the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, because they talk about breaking of the seals, which is 100%
in
horsemen.
Yeah.
Like lore, basically.
Yeah, in Revelations, that the horsemen come out of the seals. So.
And that you are actually the Lamb.
Yeah, you're supposed to be Christ or whatever.
Well, the Lamb and Christ are different. They're like kind of the same thing, but like, so Christ is like Superman, and then the Lamb is like Batman. But Batman kills people. So like in the new Batman versus Superman movie, where he just kills everybody.
So it's like a form of Christ.
Yeah, kind of. So you play as the Lamb, and then you're like jacking shit up, which I was like, that makes total sense, because they talk about the 7 seals. The people represent the horsemen really well. You got Conquest as Joseph Seed, Famine as Yes Man, Pestilence as Faith, and War as War Guy.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wanted to ask. Well, actually, go ahead. You had something you want to say. Sorry.
Yeah, no, like I'm not even talking about like because that is cool and that's a cool comparison they have for like the original 7 Sins. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about like the actual in-game story itself.
Like the way that it was just presented and just like you went through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, like that is actually cool. Like how it is. Like, oh, you're the Lamb. Okay, that's a cool connection because that's not like stuff pertinent to the story of the game. It's stuff that's cool because like, oh, they based it off this. That's okay. That's nifty.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. I don't mean like that. Yeah, that is cool. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead. What you're saying, Spencer?
Yeah. I was just gonna say I didn't see. Okay, watching Matt play it, you were pretty close to the end. You were like another hour or two, or So it looks like you've taken over areas and you have this huge group of people, and you're like. You have like a resistance, and you've taken back everything, and then I'm assuming you corner him at the end.
Yeah.
Why are you even in that situation? Like, why is that a problem when you have like basically a whole army of resistance fighters behind you?
You don't; those aren't. They're not yours. So what's funny is people are like, it's super dumb that you can have companions, and somebody had taken a boat over there, and they had like the bow girl, and then like the preacher, I think. You can have the preacher, right?
No, you can't have the preacher's companion.
One of the first people you get, or whatever. But and then he looked at the church where Joseph Seed was at, and then he looked back, and then they were gone. And then they show up in the cutscene, fucking brainwashed. All your companions and everything are brainwashed.
Okay.
And then they the only people that aren't brainwashed are the sheriff and the other 2 deputies.
So is this insinuating in some way that they had been gotten to throughout the game?
No, yeah, that they had been brainwashed.
Like probably like right before.
Yeah, right before.
Had got blissed or whatever.
Okay. Yeah,
thank God for that bliss.
Yeah, it just seems strange. You spend the whole game fighting and taking over stuff, and then you get to the end, and all that all the land you took, and all the outposts you have, and all the gear, and then you go to the island, and there's like what, like 4 of you, and then all the companions are just like magically, oh yeah, no, they were all brainwashed, and now you have this pivotal ending where you have to make a choice. It just seems like they take all the power out of it, and then it's still like, nope, you didn't actually get anywhere with this.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that part felt weird to me, even though I didn't play the game.
That's a good point. I didn't like really think about that too hard because like as soon as I saw like the aura around her head, I'm like, oh, another bliss thing. Cool, great, fantastic. All right.
How many times have we pulled this card out?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I
thought it was kind of cool the way that you fought him until like the point where like if they had just the first half of the fight where you only like saved like the 6 companions or whatever, instead of like doing like the next 12 or however, I can't remember how many there are, but like if you just did it once, it would have been cool. But then like the next time you're like trying to save 6 people at the same time after you knock them down.
And what's really cool about it is that if you die like halfway through the fight, like maybe in the second phase where you have like a lot of people, but then no one comes and saves you, even though you've saved them, you start that fucking fight from the fucking beginning.
Oh yeah.
And then so that's like 5 minutes per phase. Like
it's a really cool feature.
It's like really cool that you get to like, and I did that maybe 3 or 4 times before I was like, I'm just gonna let my companions kind of handle it, and then I'm gonna go revive people, and then hope to God when I get shot down, because I will, going to go turn somebody to my side, that they revive me.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
5th time's the charm.
5th time's the charm. I was going to say something too. So the second ending, which is you turn away and you just leave, and the girl's like, "What the fuck? What are we doing?" He's like, "Oh, we're going to go get the National Guard and stuff like that." And then he turns on the song, and it's that same song. And he's like, "You all right?" You're like, "I'm going crazy. I'm blissed." And then it just goes to credits, basically being like, "Oh, you were brainwashed, and probably he knew that you were just gonna turn, and then you've probably killed everyone in the car by now." So did he just have that plan and was just broadcasting that song on that exact radio station? And so when he
probably
turned
on all of them.
I don't think he had that plan because like I really genuinely believe that Joseph like wanted you to go away and didn't want you to like start the apocalypse, but like he's also
it's like incidental.
Yeah, because apparently like that's the only song in that fucking county. So who knows?
Yeah. Well, and then on top of that, how could the people in the car not know that song was a trigger for you by now? How could
they
you be
weren't
like,
there
oh,
for
that one guy definitely would know.
Oh yeah, the guy
he's going crazy with me.
Yeah, so
probably,
why aren't they like, "Oh shit, that's that song," and then just turn it off? Like, why are they like, oh, is something
you
going?
Okay, Rook?
Oh, you're okay? Or you're like, why is that a reaction? You think it'd be like, oh, the stuff was happening. He's kind of half brainwashed, but we got him. We're okay. Just don't play that fucking song. Turn on the song. Oh shit, it's that song. You okay? Oh, it's that song. I got you. And then I don't know. I mean, I know that they wanted to have that effect where it's like, twist.
No.
You don't actually get away. You never get away. Nobody's leaving this county. And then apparently the bombs never happened, or it's assumed.
The bombs don't drop in that timeline.
Yeah, because he didn't break the last seal.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it was? It was breaking.
It's implied
the seals.
that like
it's implied.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a lot of implication. You see, you get them on a boat in the middle of the ocean. They can't say no.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Implied.
It's always sending reference.
Annihilation.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really all I had to say about it. It's just like good gameplay. I enjoy Far Cry Arcade. There's a bunch of fun stuff on there now. That's like it's a month after the game's been released.
Yeah.
But just the story sucks. I mean, that's pretty much it.
I mean, it's not super engaging. I didn't think the story sucked. I thought
think it was
the
a good
boss
concept.
Fights were stupid, except for the first one with what's his face. I didn't even get to fight in that one. You fought in that one because I was in the back, and you can't face forwards on that machine gun in the back.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we were like trying to like fucking spin around him, doing like a crazy dog fight. Like when I played it, I actually had like an easier time doing it. Like I think I just managed to, like home in on him with like rockets or something, and then knocked him out.
But like the questing was just like go here, do this.
Go here, do that. There was one time where they were like, "Hey, when are you going to come back to the Wolf's Den? Just let us know. We need your help. There's always work going around." And then Matt's like, "But you don't got anything for me." He would like go over and be like, "There's no actual quests ready to go. Why are you saying this?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you talking to me?
What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, I've completed everything. I'm just trying to get points.
Oh, Fiskate, what did you think of the? What was the name of that guy? The
Clutch Nixon.
Clutch Nixon. Did you do a bunch of his stuff?
I've done the ATV one and the wingsuit one. I'm trying to find the rest.
I did 7 or 8.
There's multiple ATV ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's multiple ATV ones. I think there's probably multiple wingsuit ones.
I can't remember one.
Matt one time entered, I think it was an ATV one, while in the middle of a firefight, and then kept going.
Airplane.
Oh.
And then the airplane fucked me up while I was trying to do this.
Yeah.
Got airplanes.
It was pretty funny though, because he was running through, and then like just randomly like trucks full of enemies would just like drive like over the route he was supposed to be going on, and then crash into a tree, and then try to turn around to follow you so they can stop you. But on the ATV, you're going so fucking fast that it doesn't even matter. But I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Like while he's going through the intro, he's kind of getting shot.
Look at them go as they get. Oh no, they're murdered. Oh no.
But yeah, the Clutch Nixon thing was kind of cool. It was funny. I like the theme song.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, I mean, like overall, it's like a solid, like probably 8 or 7 or 8 for me. High 7, low 8.
I'd say 8 easily.
I mean, you guys both beat it.
I'm probably not going to touch it again until the DLC because I got the season pass.
Gotcha.
Because you got like
I
a
get
zombie
that.
ones, you got like a Mars one, or a zombie Mars one, and like a bunch of other weird shit.
That's cool. I wonder how that's going to tie in, or if it's really going to be
Not at all.
I don't think it's probably like the.
I mean, I thought that
Wolfenstein
I thought it
DLC.
was a good concept, and based on what you guys were saying, it just seems like
They fantasied it up too much.
I was telling Matt about that. Yeah, I thought so as well. That they made it way too like
if only Faith was the one where you had like a weird, shitty, like she's shooting magic missiles at you boss fight, that would have been fine. But it's literally you only have the one normal boss fight that actually feels mano a mano.
Yeah, it would have been cool if they tried to do some like different stuff. Like maybe they're running to a situation where they make you really powerful so you can take out all these guys, and like how can we make a boss that isn't in a supernatural setting someone you can't just kill? How do they make that satisfying in this type of game? I mean, a lot of games have done it. You can just make the choice just to make them a bullet sponge, or you could do things like, I mean, it would have been cool maybe if there was someone who was like prideful or like maybe was a military guy, and you fight him and you don't have any weapons, so you have to like hand to hand him or something like that, or just like cool little situations. Boss fights are opportunities to do different stuff like that. You don't have to have it where, make sure that the player has all their weapons so that they can shoot it at this crazy shit that's going on.
Jacob would have been cool. Like you're chasing him down on a ATV or something, or a car or whatever. Have a sniper fight, fist fight, like you said.
Yeah, a
literally
fist
anything
fight
else
with him would have
besides
been
the.
good.
Yeah. Literally anything besides like you're blitzed up again. Guess why? You got to find the real me and destroy my 7 towers before you can fight the real me.
Yeah, that was really the fight.
That was really the fight.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so stupid.
Yep.
Like why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like immediately after you kill the guy, but yeah.
I mean, I'm getting flashbacks to the really bad bosses in the Max Payne game, not Max Payne, Mad Max game,
where they were just literally reskins.
Yeah, in the Mad Max game, which by the way, it was a good game.
Yeah, I liked it.
I'm not sure if you played it, the one where you build your car or whatever.
Yeah.
But all the bosses were like the same, except just reskinned with like maybe a slight...
No, they weren't even reskinned. They literally just had like this guy had purple paint on his face.
Yeah.
This guy had red paint on his face.
And they had different names.
They had different names.
And then
exact same everything.
The only
else.
thing that was different was like the arena you were in. All the bosses.
Yeah,
all of them.
remember
I was like, what the fuck? This is so dumb.
All right, well, let's wrap this bitch up.
Yeah, yeah. So, any last words about the ending itself, or the gameplay, or maybe you can say just one last thing, like what was your favorite scene or part of the game?
Ooh, favorite scene or part of the game?
My favorite scene is when you kill all of Joseph Seed's seedlings, and he's crying at the camera, and he has a giant thing of snot coming down his nose.
Oh, yeah.
And then he sucks it back up.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
great.
oh shit.
I was like, nothing makes a boss look more intimidating than that.
Was that a
Makes
sarcastic
you feel
favorite scene,
real.
Matt?
Huh? Yeah, that was.
That was a sarcastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite part or scene? I really like my favorite part of the entire game is like anything to do with John Seed, where you just the whole thing, like it just
The whole
building him
yes
up to be, just him building up to be like a super violent psychopath. So
It seems like the John thing was kind of what I was expecting the whole vibe of the game to be.
Yeah.
Like I
Same here.
thought the whole thing was going to be they're a cult and they're still people though, and they're fucking crazy.
yeah.
Yep. That's what I had thought as well.
I also expected a bit more, like not just everyone all of a sudden was taken over and you have to take back these areas. I thought that you were going to arrive in a town and the town was going to be kind of Step for YZ or something like that. I thought that was going to happen, where like people were a part of the cult, but it just looks normal. Like I was expecting that type of scenario, but it didn't happen, which is kind of sad. But oh well, that happens. All right. Well, in that case, if anybody has any thoughts about this or any opinions, leave them in the comments on the YouTube video. You can email us again at is it constantcompletecast@gmail.com. But thanks everyone so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.